I think the sense of newness, the idea that Morris County had a community college, and for those of us who are adult and even then of a certain age, we felt that this was one of the best things that could happen to the community of Morris County. The nursing program has always been outstanding, and I am acquainted with a young woman in my apartment community that has been applying and applying and applying to get in the nursing program, and she's qualified, and she's finally been able to get into it, which is great. But in other words, it was the enrollment for the nursing program. Still, this is the school to go to if you want to get into a good nursing program.
There was some uneasiness, not just because of what was going on in American society at that time, but also because nobody really knew what this kind of college was and why they should go here and what they should teach at a place like this, what we should expect of students who, most of the faculty there had never taught at a community college, only a few of us had. So what should we expect from students? What should we demand from them? How was all of it going to work? So add to that the uneasiness that was coursing through the American society at the same time. And it was a touchy period for a while, but we all felt that we were supporting each other too, and we were on this little adventure together. So in a lot of ways, and the fact that we were in a small space generated a kind of intimacy that probably the college could never again achieve. It was a very positive and upbeat place. Dr. Maston is a very positive and upbeat person as a leader. He had hired administrators who were positive and upbeat, and they were all the leaders for setting the tone on the campus. It was a good place to be. It was either 68 or 69 when the Mets won the World Series. That was absolutely the best moment from those early years. We were all in the cafeteria together. The cafeteria manager had kept the place open so that we could all stay there and watch the game together. And there were he brought in an extra large TV screen so that we could all watch it. The energy in the cafeteria that day was great. Loving all the people I worked with. Just feeling so excited that this was a project that was getting off the ground and it was going to work. That there were so many competent people, so many committed people, that the place was going to be a success. Everybody, we knew all the Board of Trustees members. They would come visit us in the cafeteria, sit down and talk to us. There was no separation of anybody from the highest board member to the most recently admitted freshman. It was all really a very cohesive, congenial group, and we sensed that spirit all the way through.
The first year faculty had a special relationship with administration. But we always felt, I accidentally said it we, but I have a feeling it's true. Certainly I always felt very comfortable with whoever was president or vice president or dean for the most part. Felt I could walk into the office and speak my mind. And there was a response to that thought and that conversation. I still feel it.
What I remember most is when I think about it, I think of the building of Henderson Hall and how close we were to one another in proximity, and the tiny little offices that we all had, and how we managed to run a college in one building with 600 students and all that we did. That's what I remember most of the excitement and the problems also that went along with that. But on top of it all, in that first year, all of us had the vision for the future, and that was kind of exciting because we knew what we were going to try to become, and I think we became that. So yeah, that first year was relationships with my colleagues, and the physical confines of that first building and some of the students, and how we managed to do all that we did those years. Very, very vivid in my memory.
So it was an exciting time. It was exciting to meet new people. It was exciting to have a new social life with faculty, with students, because as I said, many of us were close to the age of the students. Not that we dated them or anything like that, but they would drop in our apartment. It was nice seeing that and having that kind of a rapport. And so on the whole, yeah, it was a very exciting time.
We started out with a very basic, fundamentally strong educational value system. We decided that we weren't going to be a typical community college of the stereotype that would be a cakewalk academically. We always felt that we would be easy to get into, but hard to graduate from or get out of, and was one of the mainstays of our values. So things changed physically. We got bigger, more technology, a wider variety of students. Diversity increased dramatically as a reflection of our society, and we just do so many more things and have so many more options for students. But under it all, fundamentally, we've been changing, but eternally the same in the sense of the value system of what we want it to be and how we wanted to do that. And I think that's been the mainstream of the presidents and the administrations that have conducted themselves at CCM. So.
Though I live 51 miles away, and friends have suggested, even people here have suggested, why don't you teach locally at a college? It's not home. This is home.